Balancing chemical equations. First one, sodium plus water gives sodium hydroxide plus hydrogen. Left hand side and right hand side. So what are the elements present in left hand side? It is sodium, hydrogen and oxygen. Here the same elements, sodium, hydrogen and oxygen. So sodium equals 1, hydrogen equals 2, oxygen equals 1. Here also sodium equals 1, hydrogen equals 2 plus 1 becomes 3 and oxygen equals 1. Now hydrogen need to be balanced. So we can give hydrogen in the right hand side is 3 and left hand side is 2. So we have to balance hydrogen in the left hand side. So we can put 2H2O in the left hand side. So the elements becomes the atoms becomes hydrogen becomes 4, 2 into 2 becomes 4, oxygen becomes 2. Now here also we have to change. So we can put 2 for NaOH. So it becomes sodium becomes 2, oxygen becomes 2 and hydrogen becomes 2 plus 2 becomes 4. Now hydrogen and oxygen balance, we have to balance sodium. If you put 2 there, sodium becomes 2. So everything is balanced. So the balanced equation is 2Na plus 2H2O gives 2NaOH plus H2. Now let's move on to the next question. P4O10 plus H2O gives H3PO4. So left hand side and right hand side. Now what are elements are present? Phosphorus, oxygen and hydrogen. Similarly on right hand side, phosphorus, oxygen, hydrogen. Now write down the atoms. P is 4, oxygen is 10 plus 1, that is 11. Hydrogen becomes 2. Here it is, phosphorus 1, hydrogen is 3 and oxygen is 4. Now it need to be balanced. So phosphorus in RHS is 1, right? So you need 4. So we can put 4 there on product side. That is, if you put 4H3PO4, so it will be changed. That is, phosphorus becomes 4. Then hydrogen becomes 4 into 3, that is 12. And oxygen becomes 4 into 4, that is 16. Now let's move on to left hand side. Phosphorus is balanced. Oxygen and hydrogen needs to be balanced. Okay, so hydrogen is 2 there and over there it's 12. So if you simply multiply by 6, so it becomes 6 into 2 becomes 12 and oxygen becomes 6 plus 10. Never forget that 10. So it becomes 16. Now see, everything is balanced. That is, phosphorus 4, oxygen is 16, hydrogen is 12. Similarly on the right hand side. So this is the balanced equation. So the balanced equation is P4O10 plus 6H2O gives 4H3PO4. Now we move on to the third question. HNO3 plus CaOH twice gives CaNO3 twice plus water. So LHS and RHS. It's an important question. So hydrogen, it's hydrogen, it's OH twice there, and here it is hydrogen is 1 here. So hydrogen there it is 2 plus 1, so it becomes 3. Then oxygen is 2 plus 3, it's 5. Then comes nitrogen and calcium. Nitrogen is 1 and calcium is 1. Similarly on right hand side, hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, calcium. First you have to write the elements present. So hydrogen it's 2, Oxygen is 3 2s are 6. Okay, 6 plus 1 becomes 7. Nitrogen is 2 and calcium is 1. Now it's need to be balanced. So hydrogen is 2 there. It is 3 here. So we can put 2 for water. Okay. If we put 2 for water, it becomes 2 into 2. Hydrogen, it becomes 4. Oxygen is 2 plus 3 2s are 6. So it becomes 8. 2 plus 6 becomes 8. Now here it is hydrogen is 3, right? Oxygen is 5. Again we have to change it. So nitrogen is 1 there, whereas in RHS it's 2. So we can make it 2 there. So we can put 2 HNO3. So everything will be changed. Nitrogen becomes 2. Hydrogen becomes, that is 2 plus 2. It becomes 4. And oxygen becomes 3 2s are 6 plus 2. It becomes 8. Now see, everything is balanced. So the balanced equation becomes, calcium is also balanced. So the balanced equation becomes 2HNO3 plus CaOH twice gives CaNO3 twice plus 2H2. Now we move on to the fourth question. Fe2SO4 thrice plus KOH gives K2SO4 plus FeOH thrice. So LHS, RHS. First write down the elements present in LHS: iron, sulfur, oxygen, potassium and hydrogen. Same thing on right hand side. This is also an important question. So iron becomes 2. Now SO4 thrice, how will you write? Similar question we have done in third question. Okay. So SO4 thrice means sulfur is having 3 atoms and oxygen it is 4 into 3. Okay. So 4 into 3 becomes 12. Sulfur it is 3 and oxygen becomes 4 into 3 becomes 12. This is how to calculate this. So sulfur becomes 3. Okay. Sulfur becomes 3 and oxygen, say 4 3s are 12 plus 1 is there. One more is there, so it's 13. And potassium is 1. Hydrogen is 1. Now iron here it is 1. Sulfur it is 1. Oxygen it is 4 plus 3. This becomes 7. Potassium it becomes 2. Hydrogen becomes 3. The 3 is for OH. Okay, for oxygen, hydrogen 3 is needed. Okay. Now we need to balance it. First of all, iron is 2 in LHS and RHS it's 1. So we can put 2 for FeOH thrice in the RHS. Okay. So we cancel and write 2. So everything will be changed there. Oxygen is 3 into 2. Okay. That OH thrice means 3 is needed for O and H. So 3 into 2 becomes 6 plus 4 is there. So it becomes 10. Okay. Okay. Now potash, everything is balanced there. Now we move on to the left hand side. Hydrogen needs to be balanced. 3 2s are 6 it becomes. Okay. Now we move on to the left hand side. Iron is balanced. Sulfur needs to be balanced, right? Sulfur is 3 there. Here it is 1. So we can put it 3 there in RHS. Okay. So if you put 3 over there, it becomes, potassium changes, 3 into 2 becomes 6. Sulfur becomes 3. Oxygen becomes 4 3s are 12 plus 3 2s are 6. Okay. So 12 plus 6, you will get it as 18. So we can write 18 there. Now we move on to the left hand side. Iron is balanced, sulfur is balanced, right? Both are balanced. Oxygen needs to be balanced, right? Oxygen is 13. So potassium is 1, K is 1, so that is 6. So we can simply put 6 there. Okay, 6 KOH. So K will be 6, H will be 6. And oxygen changes, 4 3s are 12 plus 6, it becomes 18. Now see, everything is balanced. Iron is 2, here it's also 2. Sulfur is 3, here also 3. Oxygen is 18, here also 18. K is 6, potassium there also 6, hydrogen 6, and hydrogen here also 6. So the balanced equation is Fe2SO4 thrice plus 6 KOH gives 3 K2SO4 plus 2 FeOH thrice. Now the last question is SiCl4 plus H2O gives H4SiO4 plus HCl. So left hand side, right hand side. What elements are present? Silicon is Si, Cl, hydrogen and oxygen. Similarly, there are also silicon, chlorine, hydrogen, oxygen. Now silicon, how many elements are present? How many atoms are present? 1. Chlorine, it is 4. Hydrogen, it is 2, and oxygen, it is 1. Similarly here, silicon, it is 1. Chlorine, it is 1. Hydrogen, it is 4 plus 1. So it becomes 5. Oxygen, it is 4. Now it needs to be balanced. Silicon is balanced already. So chlorine here, it is 4, and for RHS, it is 1. So we can put 4 there in HCl. Okay. If you put 4 there, it becomes 4 plus 4. So that is 8. So hydrogen we can cancel and write 8. Chlorine changes, chlorine becomes 4. Now see, oxygen needs to be balanced again. So oxygen is 1 here and there 4. So you simply put 4 there. If you put 4 H2O, it becomes 4, oxygen becomes 4, and hydrogen becomes 8. Now everything is balanced. Silicon 1, chlorine 4, hydrogen 8, and oxygen 4. So the balanced equation is SiCl4 plus 4H2O gives H4SiO4 plus 4HCl.